Natasha from Polished Inside and Out. I'm doing a video subscription now, if you didn't know, and it's £15 a month, and there's loads of different types of videos in there, from Pilates on the mat, in a chair, for the elderly, for the young, for the middle-aged, whatever age, whatever ability. There's over 50 videos and more happening as we speak, and it's a really good family package as well. I'm doing kids classes as well, so you can watch it with the kids, and hip classes, which are high intensity Pilates, and that's for maybe someone who wants a bit more of a workout. And then also things like breathing and relaxation for people with like anxiety and stress. So it's a real good package where you can get a variety of videos, people with injuries, people that want to work certain areas, just the shoulders or knee injuries, loads of different categories on there. If you're interested, you can also have a look at the videos that are next, just some little clips from each sort of class that I do, so you can see the difference. But always give us a message or a call if you're interested, and we can get you signed up to a subscription. Thank you very much, guys. Enjoy the videos.
Forehead on the fingers, flapping those arms out to the side, big toes in, ankles out, pelvic floor on and up. Make sure you can breathe and that tummy button is in. The more the tummy button lifts, the more that back is straight and under control. Breathing in. On your out breath to lift, shoulders away from the ears, checking your pelvic floor is on, shoulders are down, feet are relaxed so they're not lifting up with the ankles. And then coming back down, breathing in and breathing out. Shoulders down, neck long. You've got like a grapefruit under the chin, the feet are relaxed, that pelvic floor is on. Next level, bring the pillow down onto the forehead. And then there's capital E shape with the arms. And breathing in, engage, breathing out to raise, pelvic floor on, shoulders away from the ears, lengthen that neck. Just checking yourselves at all points. Breathing in, breathing out. If you can't do swan dive and you know that, double knee fold is absolutely fine. Stay at the level that's best for you. So if you're starting to feel it twinge, go back to the diamond press. You can also place a pillow underneath your stomach and pelvis just to help that tummy button lift. If it still hurts, double knee fold onto your back and just practice something else for now. So the next one is your Sphinx arms on the mat, palms are by the shoulders, elbows are by the waist, and lifting up onto the forearms. Pelvic floor on, lengthen the neck, lengthen the spine, so you're not overarching the lower back. Feet relaxed if you can, tummy button up. Next one's the cobra. Onto the fingers, onto the hands, shoulders down, neck tall, pelvic floor on. Try and relax the legs. One more. Onto the legs, relax the top half. And then engage the tummy, engage the legs, and lift. And it's that fire in order. Wiggle the toes if you are getting cramp, then relax from the feet, calves, thighs and bottom. So it's pelvic floor, bottom, thighs, calves, feet. Wiggle those toes. Make sure it's the bottom and the thighs that are doing the work, not the lower legs, the upper legs. And of course that pelvic floor so you're not arching in the lower back. And then relax. So now we need to push that spine back into rest pose. That's rolling that spine out a bit. If you can't do rest position or child pose, you can do fetal as well. Staying on the front, we're going to do our push-up now. So it's 10 push-ups. I'll just demo the levels. Level 1, 4-point kneeling, pelvic floor on and up. Nice straight back, you don't want to be dipping. Shoulders away from the ears, coming down with the nose. I'm going to try and hit the nose on the pillow and then back up. So you're trying to get the chest in between. Level 2, knees come back, chest in between. Level 3, on the toes and coming down. So we got 10 of those. So I'm going to do level 2, pelvic floor on and up, when you need to. 1. Breathing out when you come down. 2. 3. 4. 5. Not the hips, not the groin. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Rest position, and you can always bring the arms behind to switch off those arms. But let's get those legs going. If you're struggling, just gentle, you can just slide the foot forward and slide it in. But remember, sitting up tall. So if you started to slouch now, remind yourself to get back up, or use those pillows if you're struggling. And then we're going to do opposite arm, opposite leg. So this is your coordination. Be careful, it might take you a few attempts. You might be going like this for a while, and that's absolutely fine. And that's your coordination with the leg stretch. So the next one is our palm taps. Not sure we've done this one. So palms in front, and then just tapping the knee up to the palm, sitting up tall, pelvic floor on and strong. And all these moves can be done in standing or seated. So if you want a harder class, but you're still in beginners and you want to be a bit more cautious, you can do it in standing, which will make it a little bit harder sometimes. Some of the moves are actually harder in seated. So grabbing the green ball if you've got one, or a tennis ball, or a remote control, or the phone, or whatever you've got, an item to just swing around. If you don't have an item, you can just use your hands. It just gives you a reminder of which hand you're working on at the time. And arms out to the side, shoulders down. Remember shoulders, so lots of people are here and then I say shoulders down and then they bring their arms down. My shoulders are still by my ears. The shoulders need to be down. So your arms are here, shoulders are up. You need to bring your shoulders down. The arms do not need to move. Lots of people can't separate those areas. They just think my shoulders are attached to this, that's their move. It's not, they're all individual parts and they all need separate movement from the brain, a message. But the problem is if you're not aware what your shoulder is, or that the shoulder is separate to the arm, the brain won't get that message. So it's remembering shoulders are this area, arms are these. You can do arms and shoulders, but you can also just do the shoulders or just do the arms. So it's our arm circles or chalk circles. This used to be, it's called chalk circle because people used to draw a circle on a board in front of them, trying to keep the arm straight as best as you can, but you're also using the other arm nice and out straight for stamina. Sitting up tall, pelvic floor on, circling that arm, 2 in one direction and then 2 in the other. Then don't worry if it's making weird noises and cracks, that's totally normal. We are waking up the joints. So the warm-up is to wake up the joints basically. So the joints, the more they move, the more synovial fluid between the joints will start working. You move, the body goes, oh, she's moving, I need to send fluid to those joints so they can move easier. So the more you start to move, the more easier it will become. But at the start, it starts to crack and punch and things. Placing that down, and then we're going to go for our spiky ball in standing. If you can't stand, stay seated, you can do the same. If you need to hold on, make sure you're using the chair, you're stuck, not too close, but you're close enough that you can reach it without changing your posture. So with your standing alignment, your hip distance, but because we're using the ball, we're going to be a bit wider, sorry. So hip distance is there, so that's where my foot would be on top of the ball. So I want to be in the centre, so I want to bring my foot by the side, and then this one's just going wider so that when I do come on the ball, I'm at hip distance, okay? And you don't want the ball in front. I see so many people there following, and they see their posture is here. We need to bring the ball back and standing up tall. You cannot stand up tall easily whilst looking down and having the ball in front of you. So make sure you're hip distance, but you're standing wider. It's just the ball is in the position where the foot is going to be. We're standing up tall, pelvic floor on and strong, but those knees are soft. Hold on to the chair if you need to. Coming over onto the one foot, try not to look down if you can, and then standing on that ball, rolling from the toes to the heel. Check your posture, check your hips, check your shoulders, check your head. Everything's in line, pelvic floor is on and you're neutral. And just rolling from the toes to the heels. Remember to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. And then we're going to press on the ball. So pressing with the front of the foot, the pad of the foot, then the middle of the foot, the arch, and then that heel, the back of the foot. And again, and you'll either love or hate the spiky ball. If you don't have a spiky ball, you can use a tennis ball, stepping off and over to the other side, or even a can of beans. I've been using the beans for weights this week with one of my classes. So you can just roll with that. It's not as easy to press, you can, but be careful with the can. You want to open it by the end of it, if you want the food out of it, but also you don't want to hurt your floor either. But you can use something else, and you can roll on the base of your foot basically. So again, trying to stand on with that other side of the foot, standing up tall, hips level, knees soft, especially in the standing leg. Pelvic floor on, weight into the heels, and just rolling, and then pressing on the ball with the front of the foot, the middle of the foot, and the heel. Once more, front, middle, and heel. And then bringing that ball aside. If you use that ball for your arm exercises, keep hold of it. I'm going to use my green ball. So this is your abduction, so waking up the neck as well as the arms at the same time, looking down at the ball, passing the arms out to the side and looking up at the ball. If you can't bring your arms above your head, in front is absolutely fine. Just make things smaller, makes things easier. Pelvic floor on strong, and not changing anything. The arms are out to the side and coming above, but the head's going up and down, but you're not leaning back or forward. You're nice and straight for the rest of the body. And then bringing those down. So into our heel and arms, it's our angels. So coming up onto the toes, raising the heels and raising the arms up. Pelvic floor on and strong. Stretching up and down. Good guys, well done. If you're struggling, you can hold onto the chair, heels up, heels down, or you can do it seated as well. You can do one arm at a time, whatever you feel like. Comfort. Comfy means relaxed. So I have my knees bent, most important because of my back. If you want them straight, you can, but just be aware that it tips the pelvis and can, then you can get a numb bottom as well, can't you? Just have something little underneath the knees, roll up a towel, put something under, that will just lift that pelvis back for you naturally, especially if you're about to fall asleep. So I'm going to do feet hip distance, normal supine alignment, just arms out to the side, and just opening up the chest, which is good for the breathing as well. Head just looking straight up, and like I said, you can do it in any position you want. Just use some of the principles and alignment and posture that you've learned from my classes. And then you're just going to naturally breathe, and then gently close the eyes, and just breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Relaxing any tension. I think my hood's underneath my scapula, so I'm going to move it. Things like that, just making sure you're happy. The eyelids are just heavy and shut, just gently. And just breathing naturally in through the nose and out through the mouth. Just relaxing back. Focusing on just your natural breath. And then try and make that breath a bit longer. So just trying to breathe for more seconds on the in and on the out. Say we're doing 3 on the in and 3 on the out. Let's try 4 on the in and 4 on the out. 5, so just counting in your own head. 5 on the in and 5 on the out. Go for 6, so building up those lengths, breathing in for 6, breathing out for 6. We'll try 7, breathing in for 7, breathing out for 7. You might be at your limit now, you might be at your limit at 4, especially if you've got COPD or asthma. So just do what you can do and just trying to focus on lengthening it. You get the just, lengthening the breath. So we're focused on that now. Let's try our 4, 7 and 8. So it's in for 4, breathing in. Hold for 7. And then out for 8. And really try and empty. You can add in a whoosh as well. So that was our practice go. Felt okay? Good. So our next one, 4, 7 and 8. We're going to go for 4 of these now. So breathing in for 4. Hold for 7. Out for 8 with a whoosh. Ooh. In for 4. Hold for 7. Out for 8. Really empty. In for 4. Hold for 7. Out for 8. One more. In for 4. Hold for 7. Out for 8. And just back to your natural breathing. Checking for any tension, releasing that. And just in for the nose and out for the mouth naturally. So I'm going to do 20 seconds, and that started. Make sure you're in your position, pelvic floor on and up, and aiming the chest between the hands, really important. And that tummy button up and that back is straight, very, very important. Push-ups. Remember to breathe, it's that out breath. That's your 20 seconds, guys, so get ready, come up into standing. And I've started the timer for cardio for 20 seconds. So if you want to run around, that's absolutely fine. Jogging on the spot. I missed out jumping jacks. You can also do jumping jacks. Again, you're jumping on the joints. So if you do have knee problems, careful. Make sure the knees follow into the feet. And it's the ankles I feel in jumping jacks more than anything else. We're on to lunges. Am I correct? Yes. So get ready, guys, get your positioning. I start the timer. Remember, if you do struggle with your knees, don't take it as far. Give it a go, and if you're like straight away, oh no, you can do your side step. You can touch the floor, stretch up. Just change it to something else. You can also do a bit more cardio or weights, anything. But do not do injury, don't irritate injuries. 20 seconds cardio, guys. If you are jogging around like me, make sure you do a heel toe. Really important, it brings you up. If I'm normally kind of forward in my posture, it's up. And you're supposed to go heel toe, heel toe. And that stops you from just pushing all the weight onto the front of your feet. Also, that will give you a release for the knees and the back. Into our squats, let's get ready, feet hip distance. Standing up tall, and bow. Bowing with the torso, the knees, thighs, arms and eyes, all at the right angle. Lifting up the toes, and you should be able to see the toes when you look down. Pelvic floors on and up to protect that lower back. And you can add in the arms for a ski squat. Brilliant, 20 seconds cardio, guys. So if you can't remember cardio and you're not enjoying running around the room, you can do jogging on the spot. High knees. Remember the back and joints for that one. Palm taps. Marching like we did at the start. Knee to elbow. Lots of different cardio there, guys. Ooh, what we're on next. Wide squat, get standing. Sumo with a lift. Nice and wide. If you're struggling with the lift, just do the sumo. If you're struggling with the sumo, just do the lift.
If you're struggling with both, just do less sumo, or a side step. You can do that, oblique twist, anything you fancy. Cardio again, I'll just show some more cardio moves. So you can do eagle, that's strong on the arms. Like I said, jumping jacks, strong on the knees, joints, back, ankles, so be careful. Any others? I think we've done most of them. I'm going to jog around. But anything you fancy, just getting that heart rate up. Good, we've done another 20 seconds. So we're coming down onto the floor for this one. So we're going to do a robot. I'm going to do a level 3, so I don't need any equipment. In the classes, if you normally use equipment and you've never done a level 3, you start at that level, and then you've always got a chance to come down as we get more tired. Oh, swap ends so I can get the timer. So seated position, nice and tall with that back, curling down, either using the band or the ball behind or a pillow behind, or no equipment. Remember, on the up it's an out breath, and you might only get 2 or 3 done. Depends what level you're doing, but it's better to do 3 correctly than do 10 incorrectly. Coming up into standing, guys, ready for your cardio again. Heel toe if you're jogging around, you're running on the spot or jogging on the spot. Push it as far as you know you can. But don't, remember it's only level 1, this is not level 1. Set 1, so we've got another 2 sets to go. So pace yourselves, guys. Fantastic. So we've done those, it goes so quick, I never believe it. So it's your band or your weights for your bicep curl. So basically your bicep is curling. I'm going to use a black band today. I used the blue band last week and I didn't feel like it was strong enough. But do what you can do. Timer is on. Standing on the band, standing up tall, 1 fist to shoulder. And you can use weights instead. Pelvic floor on, don't lock those knees and don't raise the shoulder or the elbow. It's that fist coming up, you're just bending the arm. Much stronger with the black bun. Fantastic. First set's nearly done, just jogging around the room, guys, 20 seconds. Or whatever cardio you want to do. Heel toe. Pelvic floor neutral, lifting the weight up, don't bend forward too much, and keep that pelvic floor on to protect you. And relax, we've got 30 seconds just to grab a drink, get a rest. Brilliant, guys. Around here is my my gym bit, all my equipment and drinks and things like that, so that's why I keep disappearing behind the wall. My sneaky Pilates corner, I call it. So get your breath back. If you're feeling, oh, that's nothing, push it harder in this level. If you're feeling like, oh, I can feel that, stay at that sort of level. If you felt that was a bit much, take a bit more time to rest and put your levels lower down, so go down lower levels. So I'm going to do a level 2 push-up now for 20 seconds, guys. Get your positionings, pelvic floor on, tummy button up, chest in between hands.